then of course you're going to feel like some of the music is watered down. But I feel like if you are someone who's a true fan of music, true fan of hip hop, and you are, open to listening to, just different art, a lot of the artists that are like coming up now, like I feel like the ones that are not necessarily mainstream or the ones that are super dope but not getting like a lot of the shine.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of artists out here that are still putting out great quality music from all genres.
Yeah.
So I just think like the work just has to be done there of finding it. But I do think there's so much creativity that's still going in music today. Just from the sampling, I think it's getting so creative there. But I think it's like pulling from these nostalgic like beats that we know, and just adding new layers of music onto it. So I think it's getting creative, and I think just the artistry around music has evolved so much that I think artists are able to kind of step into their own lane, no matter what genre, no matter what race they are, and kind of like create shit for themselves. And Doechii, of course, I don't even know how I forgot to mention Doechii. Like
she's on a different level.
Yeah, she's on like a different level. Like probably, and if I go to the gym, I'm putting on Doechii.
You putting on Doechii?
I'm putting on Doechii immediately.
She in there pumping iron to the Doechii.
You got to.
As a journalist, though, like how do you find new music though? Like I'm interested in your journalism background. Like how do you go about finding new music, new stories? Like what's I'll call it crate digging. What's your style about going to do that?
Mm-hmm. I find a lot of new music, honestly, especially when it comes to Philly, by going to shows. Like, I think a lot of people forget that. Like, I used to intern at a record label, and I remember at the label, there were, like, each department had their own interns, and I would always, like, sit and chill with the A&R interns, and I remember one of them was like, like, the A&R here, all he does is, like, scroll on Instagram all day. And I was like, damn. And I was, like, thinking about how the music industry used to operate years ago, and I'm like, I remember there was a time where like if you were an A&R, you had to go to shows and discover music. Like you actively had to go in New York and go to these like little bars and little venues to find the upcoming artists. And you hear, old legends say all the time how they got discovered at the club or discovered in church or something like that. Like that's what you had to do to find these artists. And I'm like, our A&Rs really just scrolling on TikTok or Instagram these days to find new music. But in Philly, I've found some of the best artists in the city just by going to the shows. I can name Scoomy, I believe her name is amazing. I saw her at Johnny Brenda's. She killed it. Cadre Nior, I believe it's a band here. They're amazing. I Hate You Sheed, another one, crazy. Like it's just so many like different diverse Moses, Mosima, Tawobi. I saw Tawobi from Highest Basement at a show, and my jaw was just like on the ground and just like performing like Chioki. Like there's so many of them. Leah Neptune is another one. Freddie Foulet. Just like amazing artists that are performing at these venues in Philly and really putting like their like artistry on full display that just like are amazing.
No, I agree. Like you said, all the artists, especially I Hate You Sheed, I've really dove into like his catalog recently. It's crazy. It's going crazy. So tell me, you said you went to school for journalism. What university did you wind up going to?
I went to Morgan State University.
Okay, I got a couple friends that went there. What was that experience like? What was like, I guess, the curriculum like when you were learning journalism? Was that something like helped you prepare for like the career that you're in now? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I always tell people I went to school for journalism at a really weird and interesting time because I went to Morgan, my first year at Morgan was 2016. And that was around the time like the blog era was lit, but it was soon to die. Like